जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद त्रिदानजी गोस्वामी अभय चंद्रविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद त्रिदानजी गोस्वामी भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय Founder Acharya ISKCON Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Baldas Raghunath Sat Goswami Prabhugan ki jai, Prem se kaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda, Giri Govardhan ki jai, Shri Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Mayapur Navadip Dham ki jai, Shri Jagannatha Puri Kshetra ki jai, Tulasi Devi Bhakti Devi ki jai, Gangamai Yamunamai ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Shri Nityananda Trayodashi Mahamahotsava ki, Shri Nityananda Trayodashi Mahamahotsava ki, Shri Nityananda Trayodashi Mahamahotsava ki. All glories to the Samad, all glories to the Samad, all glories to the Samad. Jaya Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Jaya.
सब लोग मेरे साथ पढ़े। हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धा पूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख कमल से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपने चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि है जो समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है। वे मेरी बंद आँखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरती हैं। जन्म जन्मांतरों में वे मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्र उनके चरित्र का गान करते हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, करुणा सिंधु तथा पतितात्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन है। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोगों में फैला हुआ है। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। इंग्लिश में हरे कृष्णा। ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द टेम्पल डिवोटीज वी लाइक टू वेलकम हिज होलीनेस भक्ति रत्नाकर अम्बरीश स्वामी महाराज। He is the disciple of Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, and also he is spiritual master. Hari Bol. From Russia. Hari Bol.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Vrajana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajana Randana Yamunatira Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjari Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Vradhana Ranjana Yamuna Dhira Vanachari Yamuna Dhira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjari Hari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Radha Parvasari Radha, Parvasari Radha. Jai Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Shri Radha Parsati ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai, Shri Nityananda Trayodashi Mahamahotsava ki, Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we can chant one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Shinvatam Svagata Krishna Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana Punya Shavana Kirtana Ridyantastoya Bhadrani Ridyantastoya Bhadrani Vidunoti Suhritsatam Vidunoti Suhritsatam. So this verse is saying that if one hears this message of Sri Krishna and develops attraction to this message, Sri Krishna residing in his heart will purify his heart. Yes. So it's very important to hear the message of Srimad Bhagavatam every day. So, and today we are glorifying Lord Nityananda, who made his appearance on this day of Trayodashi. We chanted this prayer in Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan, and we will read the translation. Nityananda Mahajan so mercifully opened a marketplace in Godruma, Nadia, for the welfare of the suffering souls. In that marketplace, only the holy name is traded. What is the price? Those who have faith in the holy name and faith in the words of Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. This is the price. Faith. Only those persons are allowed to enter that marketplace. They can buy and sell the holy name. Sri Nityananda Prabhu requests faithful persons, those who have developed faith in the holy name, to come and take it. Sri Nityananda Prabhu says, "This is the order of my Lord, therefore I have come to your doorstep, begging for these alms. Utter the holy name of Krishna, perform Krishna bhajan, accept what Krishna has taught us. Chant this holy name without offense. Chant the pure name of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is your mother, Sri Krishna is your father, Sri Krishna is wealth and the asset. Sri Krishna is the Lord of my heart. Sri Krishna is my life and soul. Krishna is everything. Give up all your bad dealings, habits and behavior and enter into Krishna samsara. The only relationship is with Sri Krishna, and so establish yourself in that relationship. Shower mercy on all the jivas, seeing them as Krishnas, and completely surrender unto the holy name of Sri Krishna. This is the essence of all dharma. Sarva dharma sar, essence of all dharma. So Lord Nityananda mercifully established this marketplace of the holy name. And everyone can receive this holy name according to their faith. If we have faith, small faith, we will get only a small glimpse of holy name. If we have firm faith, we can receive at least Namabhas, yes, if we have firm faith. And if we have full faith, we can receive Shuddhanam. So, according to our faith, Lord Nityananda is giving us holy name. So today we can pray for this greatest asset of the holy name. If we are eager to get pure holy name, and we will put all our faith into the holy name, Lord Nityananda is ready to give us pure holy name. So, how many of you want to get Shuddhanam? So, Lord Nityananda is so merciful. He can give. So, we can pray today to Lord Nityananda with full heart, and we can get pure holy name. Lord Nityananda made his appearance in the village of Ekachakra, small town, Ekachakra. This place is related to Lord's Chakra, yes. Lord Chakra landed there, in that place, that's why it's called Ekachakra. Pandavas were residing there for 1 year. Yeah. They were residing there, and Bhima killed one big demon there. Bakasura. So this place is famous since times immemorial. And Lord Nityananda made his appearance there, and he performed his childhood pastimes there. And what was his childhood pastimes? He was performing drama of Krishna's pastimes. He was performing drama of Lord Ram's pastimes. And he was doing it so expertly that everyone was amazed, because nobody was telling him these pastimes. A small boy, he was just doing all these pastimes because it was his pastimes. So, he was a participant of these pastimes. It was not so difficult for him to perform them. He was staying there up to 12 years. And when he was 12 years old, one sannyasi came there. And his father, Hadai Pandit, he was serving this sannyasi very nicely. So he was satisfied with Hadai Pandit. And Hadai Pandit, he said, because you are now here, I can do any service for you. Please ask for something. I can do anything for you. So this sannyasi, he said, I am sannyasi, I don't need so much. But one thing I need, I don't have an assistant. If you could please give your son as my assistant. And this was too much for Hadai Pandit, because he was so attached to Nityananda. Nityananda was his life and soul. To give him to somebody else, it was beyond his imagination. So his heart was completely broken, but he promised to this sannyasi to give whatever he will want. So he gave Nityananda to this sannyasi. Actually, it was pastime of Lord Nityananda, because he wanted to join Lord Chaitanya. So he was traveling for 20 years. He He was traveling all around India, and at one point he came to Pandrapur. How many of you have visited Pandrapur? Not so many. Very famous place of pilgrimage. Lord Panduranga is residing there, and everyone is glorifying Lord Panduranga in that place. His Holiness Lokanath Maharaj is building big temple there. Last year we visited this Pandrapur. We had very nice Harinam all around this Pandrapur, and books were going out very nicely. Everybody was taking books. Then we went to the darshan of Lord Panduranga. They have special darshan, you can embrace his lotus feet. In all other temples you cannot go close to the deity, but in this temple you can come and you can embrace, you can put your head on his feet. A very special darshan. So Lord Nityananda came there and he met there Lakshmipati Tirtha. He met there and he received initiation from him in that place. Also Lord Chaitanya came to Pandrapur looking for his brother Vishwarup, and he found out that in Pandrapur Vishwarup left this world. So, important place for us, for our Sampradaya, Pandrapur. So Lord Nityananda received initiation, and he continued his traveling, and he came to, at some point he came to Vrindavan. And he was staying in a special place, Shingarvat, where Krishna is performing his pastimes with Srimati. Radharani decorated her hair. Shingarvat. He was staying there and he received the news that Lord Chaitanya has started his Sankirtan pastimes. So immediately he rushed to Navadvip. And he was staying in the house of Nandanacharya, just next to ISKCON temple, not far from ISKCON temple. Nandanacharya's house. One time we came there with Navadvip Parikrama. It was maybe 30 years ago. And Jagannatha Maharaj decided to perform this lila of first meeting of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, and he was playing the role of Lord Chaitanya, I think so. Devamrita Maharaj was playing the role of Lord Nityananda, and they were embracing each other. They were shouting, Gauranga, Nityananda! Very loudly. Jagannatha Maharaj is chanted very loudly. They were embracing each other, falling down, rolling on the ground. That was actually the case when Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda met each other. They had so much emotion, they were losing consciousness, falling down, then again rising, embracing, again falling down. So it was very ecstatic meeting in Nandanacharya's house. Guru Maharaj was also participating in these dramas in every place. Jagannatha Maharaj was saying, okay, now we will perform this lila which happened in this place. I remember it was a house of Kolovecha Sridhar, and Guru Maharaj was playing the role of Lakshmi Devi. They gave him chadar and he was playing the role of Lakshmi Devi. pathetic. These dramas performed by Srila Prabhupada's disciples. So Lord Nityananda, he came to Navadvip, and when he came, Lord Chaitanya, he announced that I had a dream that a great personality has come and you have to go and find him. So Haridas Thakur and Srivas, they went to look for Lord Nityananda, and they were going door to door for the whole day, and they did not find him. Only Lord Chaitanya was able to find him. So next Lord Chaitanya went and he found him, and there was this wonderful meeting full of emotions. And he gave him the place to reside in Srivas Thakur house. Srivas Thakur house. And Lord Nityananda had a special relationship with Malini Devi. He treated her as his mother. So sometimes he was drinking her breast milk. Although he was like 32 years old, and he was behaving like a small baby drinking milk. Sometimes he was walking naked like he's 2 years old. Sometimes he was running to Ganga and jumping into Ganga and playing with crocodiles. So he had many pastimes in Navadvip. And after some time, Lord Chaitanya took sannyas. He was 24 years old, so it was 1510, yes. He took sannyas, and Lord Nityananda joined him, and they went to Lord Chaitanya wanted to go to Vrindavan, but Lord Nityananda, he wanted to bring him to Shantipur. Because he wanted all devotees to come to Shantipur to get the darshan of sannyas vesh of Lord Chaitanya. Because they did not saw him in this wonderful appearance. They saw him with long hair, dancing, but they did not saw him in this sannyas vesh. So he told all the cowherd boys, when this sannyasi will ask you how to go to Vrindavan, show this direction, to Shantipur. So, and Lord Chaitanya was his complete ecstasy, dancing, chanting. Then he was coming out of his ecstasy and he was asking this cowherd boy, please chant the names of Hari. And they were chanting, and he was very happy. And he was asking them how to go to Vrindavan, and they were showing direction to Shantipur. So finally he came to the bank of the Ganges, and he thought that it's Yamuna, and he started to offer prayers to Yamuna. And then he saw Advaita Acharya coming by boat, and he asked, Advaita Acharya, how did you know that I am in Vrindavan? So Advaita Acharya said, oh my Lord, wherever you are, it's Vrindavan. But you came to Ganga, the Shantipur on the other side. And I want you to bring there, because everybody is so eager to get your darshan. So Lord Chaitanya has agreed. So by trick of Lord Nityananda, he came to Shantipur. And you can get the darshan of the place where Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda were sitting and taking prasadam in Shantipur. The place is there. So Advaita Acharya has prepared huge feast for Lord Chaitanya, and Krishnadas Kaviraj is given full list of all preparations, and Srila Prabhupada is saying that our cooks should go through this list and learn all the preparations that are liked by Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, and they have to prepare all of these preparations for their pleasure, because they have their own taste. They are persons, and they like some special Bengali preparations. So the cooks, they should learn these preparations, and especially for the festivals like this, they have to prepare these preparations for their pleasure. And we know that Lord Nityananda, he likes chidadahi. Yeah, he asked from Raghunath Das Thakur to prepare the feast for his associates. And when he came, one time we came to Panihati on Nityananda Trayodashi. Our buses, there was a big group, like 500 Russian devotees, many buses, and we parked our buses near the alcohol shop. And we went to Panihati, to this place of Raghava Pandit, and this tree under which Lord Nityananda was sitting. There was a class by Bhakti Ratnakar Maharaj. Then we had an Abhishek of Gornitai. Local devotees, they gave Gornitai to Bhakti Ratnakar Maharaj, and they said, "Go into the Ganga." And he was standing in Ganga and bathing Gauranga and Nityananda in the Ganga. Then they prepared a nice chidadahi, huge feast of chidadahi. They offered to Gaurnitai, and they were feeding all devotees. Wonderful feast. And then we came back to the buses, and there was a big crowd of drunkards standing near this shop, and they were looking at us. They were looking at us, they were showing to each other, look at them, and at some point they started to run to us. The huge crowd of drunkards, they were running and they were shouting, "Jagannatha, Jagannatha," and they started to catch our feet. That was the mercy of Lord Nityananda. It happened on Nityananda Trayodashi. So there are special drunkards there in Bengal, they devotees of Lord Nityananda. And for more than 1 week, Advaita Acharya was keeping this festival. Devotees from all over Navadvip, they were coming. Lord Chaitanya had nice ecstatic kirtans. Shachimata was preparing wonderful feast for all devotees. She was serving all devotees prasadam. And in one of the purports, Srila Prabhupada is writing that all the householders, they have to follow in the footsteps of Advaita Acharya. They have to invite as much as possible devotees to their house. They should have 3-hour kirtan and Krishna Katha. And they should feed everyone with prasadam. Then their house will become purified and will become Vaikuntha, and it will be very easy to make spiritual progress in this house. Otherwise, if no devotees are coming to the house, there is no kirtan, no prasadam distribution, just ordinary material place, it's very difficult to make progress in such a place. So, Srila Prabhupada is saying that as much as possible, according to the capacity of the person, he should invite devotees and have kirtan, prasad distribution, Krishna Katha. So this should be the program for those who want to make spiritual progress. They should follow in the footsteps of Advaita Acharya. So he prepared big feast. He sat down, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. He started to serve prasadam. And Lord Nityananda started to joke. He said, "Oh, for 3 days we were fasting on the way. And I had a hope that we will break fast here, but you are giving nothing, some small prasadam here." So Advaita Acharya said, "I am ordinary householder. I am just prepared a handful of rice and I give it to you. And you are sannyasi. You have to be satisfied with whatever is coming by the will of the Lord." So they had a joking relationship there. And then Lord Nityananda, he took some rice from his plate and he's throwing into Lord Nityananda and into Advaita Acharya, and some rice got stuck on his body of Advaita Acharya, and he started to dance. That now I have become purified by touching your remnants. He was very happy. So they have special relationship, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya. On many occasions, they were exchanging this relationship. So Lord Nityananda came with Lord Chaitanya. After this festival, they went to Puri because Mother Shachi, she was begging, "Don't go to Vrindavan, it's so far away. Go to Jagannatha Puri, then I can get some news from you." And Lord Chaitanya has agreed, and they went long way to Puri, and at some point they came to a special place where Bhargavi river is flowing, and there is an ancient temple of Lord Shiva there. There was a past time when Lord Shiva and Parvati, they took a form of a pigeon, and there is a temple there where Lord Shiva is in the form of a pigeon. And Lord Chaitanya came there to take darshan, and then he decided to take bath in Bhargavi river, so he gave his danda to Lord Nityananda. And he went to take bath, and Lord Nityananda was looking at this danda, and he was thinking, "What is this? Why my Lord should carry this danda?" And he broken this danda into 3 pieces and he threw it into the river. So Lord Chaitanya was in great ecstasy. He took bath. Then they proceeded some way, and at some point he went back to internal consciousness and he asked, "Where is my danda?" It was on the border of Puri. He asked, "Where is my danda?" And Lord Nityananda said, "I don't know, where is your danda?" You was in such great ecstasy, you fall down on this danda and it became broken, so it's somewhere, these pieces of your danda, somewhere else. So Lord Chaitanya said, "Now I will not go with you, because it was my only possession, this danda, and because of you, now I don't have this danda." So he decided to go alone to Jagannath temple, and he went with the speed of wind. He ran there, and everybody else was behind. So Lord Chaitanya ran to the temple. He took the darshan of Lord Jagannath, and he lost his consciousness, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya brought him to his house, and at that point, Lord Nityananda with other devotees, he came to Jagannath temple and he heard the rumors that some wonderful sannyasi, shining sannyasi came for the darshan. He lost his consciousness and he is now in the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, At that point, Gopinath Acharya has appeared and he brought them to the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and they saw that Lord Chaitanya is lying down unconscious. So Lord Nityananda started kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He started kirtan. At some point, Lord Chaitanya came back to the consciousness. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya offered him explanation of Vedanta Sutra. Wonderful pastime happened there, and finally Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was liberated by Lord Chaitanya. And the devotees who came with Lord Chaitanya, after some time, Lord Chaitanya sent them back to Bengal to preach. And every year they were coming back for Ratha Yatra. And they were staying 4 months of rainy season in Puri. So 8 months they were staying in Navadvip and 4 months in Puri. But at some point, Lord Chaitanya said to Nityananda, now you don't have to come again to Puri, you should preach. So Lord Nityananda established a big preaching mission in Bengal. His headquarters was in Kadadaha. And his preaching was very simple, surrounded with his associates. 12 Gopalas were with him. He was traveling everywhere and he was just doing kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But it was very ecstatic kirtan. Sometimes he was completely losing external consciousness, and kirtan was continuing for 1 month, non-stop. They were dancing and chanting, and his associates were so ecstatic, they were climbing trees and they were dancing on the branches of the trees. Some were dancing on the leaves, and they were not falling down, they were dancing there. Oh, it was very ecstatic kirtans. And everybody who saw this kirtan, who was hearing this ecstatic chanting, they were becoming filled with Krishna prema. So in this way, Lord Nityananda liberated all inhabitants of Bengal. Also, he liberated the merchants of Saptagram. They were Suvarnavanik, they were selling gold. But at some point they had some conflict with Brahmanas, and Brahmanas, they rejected them. But when Lord Nityananda came to Saptagram, they completely surrendered to Lord Nityananda. They gave him all their gold and diamonds. That's why he was wearing golden rings on each finger with diamonds, golden necklaces. And one of them was Dharanadatta Thakur, yes, one of these Suvarnavanik. And Srila Prabhupada is descendant of Dharanadatta Thakur. His ancestor got the special mercy of Lord Nityananda. And one of the most famous pastime is liberation of Jagai and Madhai. And Lord Chaitanya sent Haridas Thakur and Lord Nityananda to preach. They were looking for the most fallen person, because if they would liberate the most fallen person, the glories of Lord Chaitanya will increase unlimitedly. So they were looking, where is the most fallen person? And everyone was saying, this Jaga and Madai, they are most fallen persons. They were committing so many sins that Yamaraj was thinking to create new hellish planets, because 28 planets were not enough to punish them for their sins. So they decided to go and liberate them, gave them order of Lord Chaitanya. So at some point they came to the place where Jaga and Madai were completely drunken and they were beating each other. So Lord Nityananda approached them and he said, Bola Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Kora Krishna, Shiksha. And they became very angry. Who is that teaching us what to do? So they were running for Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur. They were running away from them. Haridas Thakur was saying, why you approach them? These drunkards, now we have a problem to run from them. Haridas Thakur was very old and he had to run. So they ran away. In the evening they came to report to Lord Chaitanya. Every evening Lord Chaitanya was preaching reports. And he is continuing to take all the reports we are reading out. And they reported that we met the most fallen persons in the whole Navadvip, this Jagai and Madai. And on the first day our preaching was not so successful, but we have a hope that by your mercy, finally we will succeed. So they tried again to approach Jagai and Madai. They were completely drunken, and Madai, he took these pieces of pots from which they were drinking wine, and he throwing it into the forehead of Lord Nityananda. And blood started to come from his forehead. So Lord Chaitanya, he got this news. Immediately he ran to this place with his chakra. He wanted to kill these persons immediately. But Lord Nityananda, he said, my Lord, all the people in Kali Yuga, they are so fallen, you will have to kill everyone. But you came to liberate them. So take mercy on them. And Jagai, he decided to surrender to Lord Chaitanya. He catches the feet of Lord Chaitanya and he offered prayers, and Lord Chaitanya decided to accept him. He forgave Jagai, and Mandai was watching this and he was thinking, what about me? He also approached Lord Chaitanya, but Lord Chaitanya said, no, you are offender. You have to take forgiveness from Lord Nityananda. So Madai surrendered to Lord Nityananda. And Lord Nityananda, he forgave him. And Lord Chaitanya has accepted all sins that was committed by Jagai and Madai, and his complexion became black after he accepted all the sins. And Yamaraj, when he saw this wonderful event, he started to dance. There was a big Sankirtan party in the hellish planets because he was relieved. He had to punish them, but now Lord Chaitanya, he forgave them. He took all their sins. And so there was a big kirtan in the hellish planets. And all the sinners were relieved. such a great mercy of Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya that he liberated all the sinners. And the special pastime is described in Chaitanya Bhagavat, how Lord Nityananda has liberated the dacoits. There was a big group of dacoits headed by one so-called Brahmana. They were robbing everyone. And one time they saw Lord Nityananda. They saw his golden rings on each finger. They counted, oh, he has 10 golden rings. He has a big golden necklace, pearl necklace. So they decided we have to rob him. Then we don't have to rob anyone else. It will be enough for us to the rest of our life. So they came to the house of Hiranya Pandita, because at that time Lord Nityananda was staying in his house. And they came at night and they saw that Lord Nityananda had a wonderful kirtan and everybody was shouting the holy names. And they were waiting, and they fall asleep. They fall asleep. When they woke up, it was already sunrise. So they decided, okay, we will come again next night. So they came again next night, and they saw huge guards, 2-meter high, huge guards with the weapons. They were going around the house and they were chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. And they saw these guards are so huge, one guard can kill all of them. So they decided, let us retreat back to our home. Maybe because we did not do the puja of Chandi, that's why we are not successful. So they did wonderful puja of Chandi, offering her meat and wine. They decided, we will wait for 10 days, then we will go. After 10 days, they came there, but somehow they became blind. Then huge storm came. Huge columns of water were beating them. They fall into the ditch and some insects started to bite them. They have broken their hands, legs. At some point, this Brahmana, he was analyzing what is going on, and he understood, maybe this is Bhagavan himself here, because otherwise how we could fail, rob him. And he ran to Lord Nityananda, he started to offer him prayers. And Lord Nityananda mercifully accepted him. He said, from this day on, you should not commit any sin, so I will forgive you, you will be relieved from all sins. But you should preach, should go around to all the robbers, dacoits, thieves, and you have to convert them into the devotees. There was a big group of devotees like this. They had a special kirtan. They were going around and preaching to all the dacoits, and he converted all the dacoits into the devotees. Haribol. So this is the power of mercy of Lord Nityananda. The only qualification to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda and Lord Gauranga is to understand that we are very fallen and to surrender to them If we are thinking that we are great, if we are becoming proud that I am a very important person, we will never get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. We have to understand that we are very small, insignificant, completely unqualified, and we are good candidates for the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Otherwise, there is no way how we can get the mercy. So today, with humble heart, we have to pray to Lord Nityananda to get the mercy of Lord Gauranga, to get the pure holy name. If we will do it from our heart, with full heart, Lord Nityananda can reciprocate and can shower the mercy. And Srila Prabhupada is the representative of Lord Nityananda's mercy. He went all over the world to spread this mercy. That's why every morning we are having this Guru Puja, praying for the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, because without his mercy it's very difficult to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. We can stop at this point. If anyone has questions, yes. Mike.
Harish Maharaj, thank you Maharaj for explaining so many pastimes, relating especially the pastime which happened in Panihatti. So Maharaj, like the situation in Russia is very critical nowadays. So as a devotee, or as Prabhupada always used to say that Sankirtan is the only solution. So can you explain in this situation how your like all the devotees are endeavoring to face this, or like what should we also do, like this, because things are getting worse as day by day. How serious and
Yes, preaching in Russia is possible only by the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Otherwise, it would become completely impossible. That's why we have 100 Gornitai temples in Russia. Because without their mercy, it's impossible to do anything. And maybe 25 of these Gornitai temples was opened by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He personally brought these deities and he installed them. And one special pastime was in Vladimir city. Maharaj installed their Gornitai. And 1 year later he came and he said, I am very attached to these deities. I will take them for my personal worship. The devotee said, oh, and how will go our temple without deities? Maybe first we will get another pair of deities, you will install them, then you will take these deities. And I said, yes, it's a good idea, so I'll look for other deities. But at some point, Guru Maharaj got this personal deities, so he did not took these deities, but he was very attached to them. These deities, they are still there in Vladimir temple. They are small. They are exactly like personal deities of Guru Maharaj. He likes them very much. For some time he was traveling with these deities before he brought them to Vladimir, and he was very attached to them. Guru Maharaj was especially attached to Gornitai. In many temples he was worshipping especially Gornitai or Panchatattva. He was very, very empowered by Lord Nityananda to preach. One of his dear servants. So preaching is going on, and this December special event happened. So Mr. Bhakta Narendra Modi, he gave Bhagavad Gita to Mr. Putin. And all TV channels in Russia, they were showing Bhagavad Gita. Our president has got this very important book. So next day, our internet department has got 500 orders for Bhagavad Gita. Everybody wanted to get same book. And one important person, he made a phone call to the temple. He said, I want to have 700 Gitas to give to all important people in Moscow. So he sent money and he has got 700 Gitas and he distributed to all important persons in Moscow. So Lord Nityananda's mercy is making it possible. Otherwise, it's impossible to preach in such countries. So we are always praying to Lord Nityananda, please show your mercy. That's why book distribution is going on. Preaching is going on, Harinam are going on. Devotees are trying to do everything possible to spread the mercy. Srila Prabhupada came personally 55 years ago to Moscow. Then he sent Guru Maharaj. This year we are celebrating 50th anniversary of Guru Maharaj's arrival to Moscow. He brought full sets of Srila Prabhupada's books, and he put one set into Lenin's library in Moscow and another set to Central Library in St. Petersburg. He distributed first sets 50 years ago, and Srila Prabhupada was so happy with this service. And next year, Guru Maharaj came for International Book Fair. He brought many books, and he got a certificate from Russian Soviet government that Bhaktivedanta Book Trust for great input in the peace in the world. And Guru Maharaj brought this certificate to Srila Prabhupada in October of 77. He brought this certificate. Srila Prabhupada was so happy. He was showing this certificate to everyone who was visiting him. It was 1 month before he left to Goloka, so he was showing to everyone, let's see, Soviet Union accepted our books. He was so happy. Preaching is going on. This year we started campaign 55 books for every devotee. At least for those who don't distribute books, they can purchase 55 books and distribute them. So we want to distribute at least 1,055,000 books this year. Please give your blessings. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj ji. Thank you so much for sharing Nityanand Prabhu's merciful pastimes. I had a question. You told that we should approach Nityanand Prabhu in a humble mood. But when material designations come which are cherished by others, so pride somewhat seeps in my heart. So how to get rid of that and be approaching in humble mood?
the best way to get rid of pride is to go and distribute books. Usually when you are going out to distribute books, nobody is glorifying you. Usually they are saying some bad things. That's what are you doing here? Go to take job and something else like this. So there is no place for pride on book distribution. So if you will go out especially if you are going out like for many hours, at the end of the day you are feeling like 1/10,000th tip of a hair. 6, 8 hours you are going and trying to distribute books and everyone saying, go out of here. So you are feeling like very small. So it's very good to go out with books. Okay. We can stop at this point. There is a big program today. Last question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for this wonderful class. You mentioned that you have taken 500 devotees in the Panihati and the drunkards were saying Jai Nitai. So I also from Bengal, and I have seen in Bengal when we go with Tilak and Dhuti Kurta, most of the time they greet it with Jai Nitai. So my point is, but they don't follow anything. They don't want to think. So how the mercy? Obviously, the Nitai's mercy. They are taking Nitai's name, but I sometimes think that how the mercy will come to them and make them deliver, because they are when the Rath Yatra goes, they chant Jai Jagannath, Jai Nitai, but after that they are into their own life. They don't come to the temple, they don't follow, they don't read, they are into their own life. So how the mercy will be finally manifested?
Srila Prabhupada made this mercy available in the form of the books. Yes. It was a great miracle because 100 years ago nobody knew how to read. And at some point they made a law that everyone has to learn to read. It was preparation for Srila Prabhupada's books actually. They put everyone into the schools. Before that nobody was going to the school, just everyone was working from childhood. Yeah. And they made a law that everyone has to go to school to learn how to read. Now everyone can read Srila Prabhupada's books. And they can get this mercy from Srila Prabhupada's books, from devotee association. When they are chanting and preaching, everyone can get the mercy. So in Bengal, big preaching is going on. They are distributing so many books. They are having so many bhakti rickshaws and namahatas everywhere. In every town in Bengal they have some bhakti rickshaw or namahata. So everyone has a chance. By Srila Prabhupada's mercy, it's possible. It's very ecstatic to have Harinam in Bengal. So many people there chanting, joining, especially in Calcutta. Especially in Calcutta, when you are chanting, you feel like special mercy of Srila Prabhupada when you are doing Harinam there. But here you also have Srila Prabhupada's place in Chipivada. Yes, we can feel Srila Prabhupada's presence. So, mercy is available. Whoever will want, he will get it. Okay. Sri Nityananda Trayodashi Mahotsav ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. All glorious to the assembled devotees.
एक फोटो में क्या कमाल मिटा दिया एक फोटो में क्या कमाल मिटा दिया बात करिए महाराज